The international legal framework for the movement of people is pretty limited. There are really only two groups of people that any country is required to admit. The first is that country's own citizens, and the second is people who are claiming refugee status. If somebody shows up at your border claiming to be a refugee, you have to let them in, or you have to, in some genuine process at that border, make a determination. Now, you have to take the claim seriously. The basic rule is that a person is a refugee if they are unable or unwilling to return to their home country because of a fear of being persecuted on the grounds of race, religion, nationality, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion. So anybody who fits within that definition will be a refugee. If we think about people who were the original settlers in Canada, many of them were looking for a better life, were very poor, they had a fairly marginal economic existence. Some of those people were also religious minorities. That last great wave of global migration occurred in a much less regulated way. And a lot of people who were simply very poor did migrate. And the migrant mythology that people do work that they would, never want to do, and it's about making sure that your children can have a better life. It's much harder to do that now. Everywhere around Western Europe and the industrialized, prosperous democratic countries is focused quite strongly on recruiting highly skilled individuals who have a lot of education, who are almost certain to be economically successful. That's the thing that we're looking for in migrants now. If you're economically marginal now, you're almost certainly not allowed to migrate. I think it's easier to admit people who you think are not going to need anything from the state.